Hi guys, welcome back to e.l.f. week. It is the final day. I kicked it all off on Thursday with my favorite products from e.l.f. Then on Sunday it was all about my favorite brushes from e.l.f. Today it's going to be an oily skin diaries on an e.l.f. foundation, and it is their HD Mattifying Cream Foundation. I also want to put their HD Mattifying Balm to the test, so I'll use this on half of my face. And then I also want to use a whole bunch of the products that I talked about in my favorites videos along with the brush video so that I can actually show you them in action, and I'll check back in at the end of the day. So it's kind of like a full face e.l.f. thing, but oily skin diaries. So let's get started. So this foundation comes in 4 different shades, but oddly enough, the shade that I'm using, which is Caramel, I'm an NC42, NC43 for reference, isn't listed on their website anymore. And e.l.f. seems to discontinue products so quick. So I don't know if that's what happened or if it's just like out of stock for a while or what's going on, but I'm going to be using this shade today. It comes in a nice black compact, not like the most sturdy compact, but it retails for $6, so kind of understandable that there's not a big, heavy, gorgeous packaging on it, which I don't mind as long as the product is good. As I mentioned, I'm going to be using the mattifying balm on one half of my face, and then I also want to use a buffing brush and a sponge, so I'm just going to kind of be all over the place, and I'll let you know after application what method I think is best, so let's get into that. The e.l.f. HD Mattifying Balm retails for $6 as well, and although it looks like I used it a bunch, I've actually only used it once. The product is really weird and moves around, but it says it minimizes the appearance of pores, mattifies skin, absorbs excess oil for a shine-free, flawless look. The clear formula is infused with vitamin E, jojoba, almond, and grape to help nourish the skin. It's in a portable mirrored compact that is perfect for oil control touch-ups on the go. This high-definition, oil-free, lightweight foundation is perfect for normal to oily skin types. The cream-to-powder formula minimizes fine lines and leaves a natural, long-lasting matte finish. The compact includes a sponge, which helps for easy application and portable beauty. To get more coverage, you can just add on layers, but it doesn't actually say how much coverage it should give you. I've given the foundation about 5 minutes to dry down, become that cream to powder that they promised, but definitely not happening. The side with the primer on it applied about the same. I don't think it looks that much better, and I just really do not like the texture of it. It feels thick and greasy and feels really smooth on the skin, but it's just not nice. But I am curious to see if it's going to help with the wear time or mattifying of the foundation. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup now, and it's going to be like 90% e.l.f., so we'll be able to test that out throughout the day as well. It does feel very lightweight on my skin, but also greasy at the same time. It's like I have nothing on my face, but I've got a little grease on my face. I don't know, it's super weird. I don't love it, and I think if you had a lot of texture in your skin, it would show up as well. But let's give it a chance and see how it wears throughout the day, so I'll put on the rest of my makeup. So now that I have the rest of my makeup on, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction that this may go poorly. On the primed side, everything applied kind of patchy. The unprimed side, it applied less patchy, but it almost feels like I want to powder my skin already. It did not dry down to a powder finish at all. I powdered lightly with the e.l.f. powder foundation, which I think is discontinued, but basically everything on my face is e.l.f. right now except for my blush. I will list everything down below and kind of give you a roundup of that at the end of the day as well. In photos though, I think it looks good. In just my lighting, it looks nice and natural. And then in flash photo, it does not claim to have SPF, but it does look slightly lighter. It still looks good, a little bit of a sheen to my skin, no complaints there. So I will check back with you guys at the end of the day and show you how this all has held up. Oh baby, I am back. The foundation has been on for about 8 hours. I suffered through. I literally wanted to take this off after the first hour. It never really stopped feeling greasy. Even after I powdered it, it feels heavy and cakey and looks exactly that way on the skin, but still didn't even give full coverage, so there was no real benefit. I've lost so much of the foundation on my face. It's moved around. It's the kind of foundation that you know if you touch your face, it's gonna come off on your hand. I took a phone call. My phone was covered in foundation. I leaned on my boyfriend, his shirt was covered in foundation. I'll bring you in closer to show you. I dimmed my lights a little bit so that you could see, but like there's nothing here in the center of my forehead. This is all gone here. Like I didn't even do anything today, guys. Like this is not good. So I'm still gonna blot a little bit, but overall this is like such a huge fail for me. Like I honestly, I can't even recommend this to people who have dry skin because the texture is just not nice. The primer obviously did nothing. The prime side acted just like the unprimed side, so that did not help to mattify at all. It just feels so uncomfortable on your skin. And I'm used to things being oily, so, and I mean, it could have been oilier technically, but it's just the way it feels on my skin, the way it rubbed off so easily. Just gonna powder things up again. But the rest of the products that I had on my face, everything held up nicely. The concealer got a little bit creasy. This lip stayed on for about 3-4 hours until I ate, and then I had to reapply. Brows are fine. My eyes, they faded a little bit. Generally, I'll mix the Smudge Pot in with an eye primer, but I didn't today, and my highlight actually still looks great, which is actually an eyeshadow, the Enchanted Baked eyeshadow. So overall, I'm quite happy with all the e.l.f. products that I used, with the exception of the foundation and the primer. Oh, and the mascara. I really did not like the mascara. I will have everything linked down below, but basically my lashes are already quite voluminous and curled, so if a mascara doesn't do much for it, I'm like, you literally had barely any work to do and you couldn't even accomplish that. So it's a pass for me on that as well, but overall I'm really happy with the rest of the products. They were all things that were in my favorites video anyways. Thank you so much for watching e.l.f. week. I'm sad that we had to end it on such a sad note, but save your $6. Do not buy this no matter what kind of skin you have, unless you had a good experience with it. Let me know down below. I'd be super curious to hear your thoughts. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!